Point Blank is brought to you by Bing Bong, the crypto exchange where you can trade with up to 150x leverage. Welcome to Point Blank, my man. 9 months since the last time we talked.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Hello, Panama. Firstly, like to say it's great to be back. It's been a hectic 9 months. I've just been, working, grinding, following the markets, trying not to get liquidated. But yeah, here we are.
You were taking some vacations. Where do you headed out to?
I did. I went off to Croatia for just under 2 weeks, which was a lovely reset, beautiful weather and nice.
Do you actually disconnected?
Did I disconnect? Oh, well, not really, as much as anyone in crypto can disconnect. But no, it's nice because normally it's every second you're awake, you're focused on crypto. But if you go out for a meal, go to the beach, you sightsee, it's a good 2-3 hour disconnection before you're brought back into the crypto world.
Sweet. So you recently moved to a new crib.
I have recently moved to London about 2 days ago. So I'm just chilling in my new apartment. I'm renting, I don't own it. Maybe next year I'll own an apartment like this. But yeah, it's good to finally move to London.
Where were you living before? Not in London?
Well, I was half living in London, but my main base was in Liverpool. But I kind of lived half in London, half in Liverpool for so long. And to be honest, I didn't want to move to London until I was in a really, really good financial situation, because London can just be a black hole for money.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm happy to finally be in London, finally have a nice flat. So yeah, here we are.
So JD and the girlfriend happy?
Yeah, the JD is very happy. He comes over here sometimes. Yeah, he loves because the apartment is kind of like hamster proofed already. Kind of, it's safe for him to run around freely. We've got to block off a little passage so he doesn't get behind the fridge. But no, apart from that, he runs free like a free little hamster, and it's very cute. And yeah, I love it.
So my man, you've gone from 15,000 followers to 66,000 followers in 9 months. What is his secret sauce?
Oh, God knows. Why are you asking me? I don't know. No, in all seriousness, I don't know. It's just about not being a dick, really. There's so many kind of influencers and people on Twitter who say Bitcoin's going to do this, Bitcoin's doing that. You can't speak in certainties, and you've just got to manage your risk, really. I think the last time I was on the podcast, I kind of said, stay away from leverage and just stay long and hodl. And if you had done that, you'd be a much richer person at this exact stage, And I think people like to sell a dream, and say, get on this exchange, use leverage and become a multimillionaire. That's really not the case, because only 1% of people who use leverage make money. So I just think it's a matter of being real, and generally investing in an up and coming and exponential space like crypto is.
Do you think the bottom is in, or where is the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the bottom's in. Not ruling it out, obviously. But with kind of the like Ethereum with the EIP 1559, it's not quite deflationary yet, as you pointed out about a week ago. It's not quite deflationary yet, but the emissions have certainly been cut down a lot. For anyone listening, the emissions is how many Ethereum's issued into the world, and if it's deflationary, which it's planning that if all goes well, it might be deflationary in December. Yeah, I think Ethereum is obviously number 2 crypto. It's the king of altcoins. Yeah, I think it's such a fundamental catalyst. And if we look at Solana as well, which is SBF backed, I think they're just going to bring in so much money. And I did a thread not too long ago about how instead of having kind of a 3-year bull market and then 2-year bear market, because so much institutional money is in, I think it's going to be shorter market cycles. So we might see market cycles within market cycles. which I think we are seeing. And the move from 29K up to 48K or wherever we're at now, I mean, it's unbelievable, and no one expected that, not even me. But yeah, I do think we're in for a pullback soon. I really hope so, because a vertical move like this, it's not really sustainable. And when we do go down, it might be fast and quick. So I'd love to see a pullback to around 40K. I think we might have one more little pump to 50K, and then I'd love to see a pullback back down to 40K. I really want to buy the dip on a load of altcoins. And if we look at the dollar looks ready for a pump, for a really hectic pump. The dollar's super liquid with dollar swap lines remaining open. But yeah, I think the Fed minutes today will be the decider of that. So dollar pumps, crypto pulls back a bit. I think we might have a bearish 3 or 4 weeks. Well, I really hope so. And then ready to rally up for the Santa Claus rally. But at the end of the day, I'm still balls deep altcoins. You know, I have been for a while, for a long time now. So yeah, I've got some money on the side, obviously, and I just keep compounding into my favorite projects. So yeah, I really hope we're going to see a pullback, but we might not. We might shoot straight to 100K. Who knows? It's just, no one knows what the market's going to do. So it's just a matter of being prepared for all scenarios.
You think we're gonna have a Merry Christmas?
I don't know. I really do. I hope Santa's coming down my chimney with his sack, and he's going to say, "Here you go, Carl. Here's Coke $100."
What is Cal end of year prediction for macro coins in crypto?
For macro coins, for the big ones?
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana.
I don't know. I think they're just going to trade like indices, to be honest. Like if we look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, they've just got an infinity bid, you know. So I think Bitcoin could easily be 100K by the end of the year, maybe even 200K at some point next year. I think Ethereum's going to 20K. I mean, I just do. I really do. It's the hardest, soundest money, or at least I think it will be, when it's fully proof of stake and it's deflationary, or if it's deflationary. Yeah, I think Ethereum, it's the money of the internet, really. It's the digital infrastructure of the internet. So yeah, I think Ethereum against Bitcoin is just gonna have a bull market over the next 12 months or even longer. If we look at the chart, it looks like it broke out of a kind of massive year-long inverted head and shoulders. So I think it's just going to rally hard. I think Solana and Ethereum, I mean, I'm balls deep in Cope, which I think is horrendously undervalued. But just generally, I think holding Ethereum and investing in the Solana ecosystem. Crowny is another great project that I hold a lot of. I think that's about 15x to all-time high. I think that's going to hit. So yeah, I don't really know, but I just think the crypto market has a lot of legs ahead of it, you know.
Are you bullish on any other competitors to Ethereum, like I don't know, Cardano?
I mean,
Polkadot?
I do like DOT. I don't know much about the Polkadot ecosystem, which I probably should read up about that. Cardano, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because back in 2017, Cardano was one of them that you kind of bought and looked at, and it was making waves. But I mean, 4 years later, and they don't have any smart contracts. Smart contracts are meant to be coming soon, aren't they? I mean, that's got to be a sell the news event. I mean, surely, if there's ever going to be a sell the news event in crypto, it's got to be Cardano after 4 years bringing smart contracts to market. But I don't know. You know, the Cardano army is massive and strong. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe the Cardano ecosystem could be a competitor. I mean, it'll never be a competitor to Ethereum, the same way Solana isn't a competitor. The crypto space is so small, even at a 2 trillion market cap, it's still tiny, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't see any competitors to Ethereum. I think there's more kind of smart contract platforms. I think 4 or 5 really good platforms or projects can live in harmony and coexist. But yeah, I mean, a lot of my very smart friends like Cardano, and they are invested in it, and they do think it's going to go up. So I don't own any ADA personally. I probably won't ever own any, but I don't know enough. I know nothing about the Cardano ecosystem, so I can't really comment on it.
I definitely feel regret of not buying Solana earlier this year, late last year, when it was about from $2, 150, something like that. Just before the supply release that never actually got to be released to the market. And it went straight to what, $30? And now it's trading at 65, $70.
Yeah, I feel that too. Every night when I go to bed, I think, why? It's one of them, mate. It's one of them, you know. I think Cope is going to go to a multi-billion-dollar market cap. So I think buying Cope now is like buying Solana down there. But yeah, I agree. Very sad that we didn't pick up Sol when it was cheap.
Why are you a massive bull on Cope?
It just has. It ticks every single box. I mean, Siri, the developer and founder, I've known, me and Siri have known each other since, no idea, maybe 2018, maybe 2017, but we've always been on good terms, chatted a bit, and he's always built in stealth. He's a real visionary and developer. Really at the forefront of innovation specifically in the Solana ecosystem, and they kind of brought Cope out, and it was a fair launch. You know, it was airdropped to the community. It was the Uniswap equivalent, it was the Solana equivalent of the Uniswap airdrop. And the reason it got hit so hard recently is because a large percentage of the circulating supply was airdropped to people, so everyone dumped, not me, but a lot of people dumped. Yeah, I mean, all the products have got lined up, like the Cope leaderboard, the trading pools. It's all centered around kind of traders and people in the industry. Yeah, I just think it's got every single ingredient. It's got the crazy degenerate community. It's got the memes, and I think it's very important. I mean, we've seen how Dogecoin did so well and continues to do so well. So yeah, the community and the memes are so important in a crypto project. And yeah, I just think anything kind of Solana based that ticks these boxes: great community, great people working on it, trustworthy people working on it. I think investing in projects like this in the Solana ecosystem, it's just a winning bet. It really is, because Solana is Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, what's his name? Sam Bankman-Fried. Sorry.
Friedman.
SBF. Yeah, who's the FTX CEO? Yeah, he doesn't lose. You know, and he's kind of, FTX is the exchange to back going forward globally. You see, they're investing hundreds of millions of dollars in kind of partnerships with like American sports teams and stuff, and you've got FTX on big Miami stadiums. So yeah, I think you don't bet against Sam, you don't bet against Siri, you don't bet against a crazy community who will do anything for their coin and their project. And I mean, I wish I prepared a bit more, so I can talk about the intricacies of Cope more. But I just think it ticks every box, mate, to be honest. And at a current, I mean, I was banging the drum when it was $1. I was banging the drum when it was $4. I was banging the drum when it was $8. I was banging the drum when it was 50 cents. And at the moment, it's $3-ish. I think it's about 50 million market cap. Yeah, I think it's going to $1 billion market cap or $2.
I think it's difficult to find somebody else more passionate about Cope than you are.
I do love Cope. I love Siri and the community. It's just great.
What other projects you're passionate about?
What other projects am I passionate about? Well, there's a project I'm partners with, and I advise, is CryptoCart. Yeah, CryptoCart have just impressed me to absolutely no end. I mean, it's very rare that you get a project that has the pre-sale and within a couple of months, it's got a full working product. They've got a CryptoCart, the name speaks, is pretty self-explanatory. They're a digital marketplace where you can buy goods and services. And yeah, I mean, in the first month or two, it's generating revenue in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the interface, they're automating the back end at the moment, but generally it's very easy to use. It's no KYC. You can buy gift cards, you can buy TVs, you can buy PlayStations, and the guys behind it, the founders, they're anonymous, but they're real world e-commerce people, and I think that's why they're anonymous, because they've got, I don't know, they're trying to keep the worlds apart, the e-commerce and the crypto worlds apart for now. But yeah, I mean, I think at the moment it's about a 7-8 million market cap, but it's very rare that I kind of might buy a project and read into them and then talk to the founders and then keep in contact and then come on board as an advisor. It's very rare that a project sticks to every deadline. I mean, they've just brought out a full staking platform that I think about 30% of circulating supply is now staked. They brought out their full marketplace, the store, the gift card store. They just deliver on every single promise. They keep the community updated every single day on everything. Yeah, I am mega bullish CryptoCart. Another one, EcoFi, who are, I think we spoke about them the other day. They're kind of fractionalizing NFTs, but they own masterpieces and they're fractionalizing them. So if they own the artwork, there's instantaneously or there's immediate value there because they own assets, very kind of very pricey assets or valuable assets. And I think they're maybe same market cap, I think 6-7 million market cap, and their full platform hype is being rolled out. And the founder, he was COO of My Ether wallet. And My Ether wallet was the first ever wallet I ever used back in 2017, and he was also a founding partner of crypto. So that's just very trustworthy for me. But yeah, again, they've got a full working product being rolled out. And yeah, again, they've impressed me no end. I'm partnered with them as well. But yeah, I mean, I very bullish CryptoCart and EcoFi. I can talk for hours about so many different projects, but off the top of my head, those are two that I hold and I think will do exceptionally well in the coming weeks and months.
You advising any other crypto projects, Cal?
Yeah, well, Macro Unpuzzled is partnered with Prime XBT and Equinox, which are two exchanges which are different in some ways, but yeah, they're both fantastic exchanges.
Do you have any personal project you want to share with us?
Any personal
project?
Sorry? Any personal project? Yeah, I'm bringing out Macro CRG coin. No, I'm only joking. Any other personal projects? I don't know. Well, obviously another
outside of crypto, anything?
Outside of crypto, well, I still think that the uranium market's pulling back, but I still think the uranium market's a long-term play.
So you're building a atomic bomb or making a nuclear plant?
I cannot confirm or deny that, Panama. That's classified information. But no, I think the cannabis market and the uranium market, again, I've seen great gains. They're pulling back, of course. But if we look at, for example, the blue chip uranium names like Cameco and Energy Fuels and NextGen, they all went 3x to 10x after COVID. They're all pulling back now. But yeah, I think they will be explosive in the months to come. To be honest, I don't really look at stocks at all anymore. I barely look at forex anymore, except the dollar. crypto is just such a consuming market, and the risk to reward in crypto, it's really nowhere else. I mean, what other kind of industry can you enter? And you've got such crazy communities, and so many just people that are just innovators and builders. It's really inspiring, to that's where I barely leverage trade anymore. I prefer to spend my days actually talking to people and adding value to projects and people's lives. And yeah, just building. I've been building Macro Unpuzzled with my business partner Ted, trying to create as much value as possible. We're still 100% free content, but yeah, I just think the crypto market, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world than balls deep crypto. So I barely even look at, well, I watch the indices like the S&P 500 only when I need to. But yeah, I think that, like I said, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else except crypto right now.
Can you talk us about Micropuzzle a bit more?
Yeah, Macro Unpuzzled with my business partner Ted Talks Macro. Shout out Ted. I mean, me and Ted go back to kind of 2018 days where we both used to kind of trade Forex and talk to each other in DMs and things like that. And Ted was always more heavily focused on the macro, whereas I keep an eye out on the macro, the kind of the main drivers and the main fundamental catalysts. But I don't kind of delve into it every single day like Ted does and Ted did. And yeah, so Ted went kind of off the radar for a while, and he popped up again last year. And obviously we reconnected, and we were chatting and every day, and we were killing the markets together in DMs. And we were like, right, let's do something, let's put our heads together and come up with something unique. And we came up with Macro Unpuzzled, and it just grew and grew and grew. And yeah, here we are. So we've got the Twitter, which is at Macro Unpuzzled. We've got the newsletter that Ted does an incredible newsletter. I think we've got nearly 3,000 subscribers on there, 100% free, of course. We've got the Discord, and we've both got Telegrams, and we've got the YouTube, and we're going to have a website soon. And we've got a lot of things planned, a lot of things in store. So yeah, it's just been a really exciting time to build with a great guy.
It's nice to see you building something that you like, especially with friends.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really build something that you don't like, because
you can. Trust me, you can.
Of course, it wouldn't be great though, because your heart and soul is not going to be in it.
Yeah. So when are you deploying or minting your NFTs?
When am I minting my NFTs? I don't know. I entered the NFT market a few weeks ago. I bought myself some digital cats, and I got myself some digital penguins. And yeah, I think me buying them called the top of the market, the top of the NFT market. I don't know, but and also I kind of bought and then later on partnered with EcoFi, Eco Finance. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying learning about NFTs in the market. And no, I mean, it just shows, like, I've only just recently put money into the NFT market, and I think a lot of people are the same. And you see celebrities like Logan Paul put $1 million into NFTs. For me, like, I'm not going to be an NFT flipper. I'm not going to buy NFTs and try and flip them, because they're so illiquid. So I'm just kind of building my NFT farm at the moment. So I bought a few cats, and then I saw a rare cat, and I bought that, and then I bought a few penguins for dead cheap. So yeah, my plan for the NFT market is just to kind of see these projects when they come up, see if they've got any, or judge for myself, see if they've got any longevity, and then just pick them up, add them to the collection, list them at a price that no one's going to buy at now, but maybe if the bull market continues. At the end of the day, buying actual NFTs as a non-NFT expert, as I'm not an expert at all, it is a risky play, and it's definitely a punt. But anyone listening to this who's thinking about going balls deep into an NFT, yeah, it's because they're so illiquid. It's not like an exchange where you can just buy and sell. You've got to list it and there's got to be a buyer. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying the NFT journey, and I'm not minting any NFTs anytime soon, but that time may come, and we will see. Because so many people are kind of minting NFTs, and I mean, a lot of it's just a big cash grab. So I wouldn't ever want to do that. If I was ever going to mint any NFTs, it would be for charity or something like that. But I don't know. The world is our oyster, Panama, in the crypto market.
Well, I barely got starting to dip my feet in the NFT waters like a week ago. I fucking aped into space poggers. I don't know if you've seen them. I bought a Satoshi Ball. I bought a Pixel Cat. Someone gave me a smart zombie, which has like no liquidity right now. Like the floor is like almost nothing. I bought some Heaven computer. I don't know what the fuck that is. I bought a crypto corgi because Gainsey told me to. Yeah. And yeah, I'm barely testing the waters.
It's
but
fun.
Progressively starting to see more bullish projects on NFT. I saw this morning that Super Rare had launched their token yesterday, and I think that's a token to have, must have. It sort of reminds me of the Uniswap airdrop back last year.
Nice. What is that? Sorry, which
Super
one?
Super Rare.
Super Rare.
It's a NFT platform, sort of like OpenSea.
Oh, nice. You'll have to DM me that.
Yeah, they do curated NFTs from reputable artists.
Nice.
Not
Yeah.
like EcoFi.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a big market for that, because OpenSea, even myself, when I use it, it's not the best platform, and kind of sometimes if I'm trying to buy something, I've got to try 2 or 3 times because it just doesn't load, and I've got to refresh. And yeah, so I do think, I mean, the NFT market,
I think when that happened, that means you're early, which is a good sign.
exactly. So yeah, I think I've a few. That's why, I mean, you're buying space poggers and corgis and zombies. That's why sometimes you've just got to throw some shit at the wall and see what sticks. I mean, cats, penguins, space poggers, zombies, corgis. Sometimes you've just got to pick up a few, because you never know what's going to be the next punks. You never know what's going to kind of be worth a lot in the future. So if you just kind of pick up a few here and there, obviously don't go crazy and spend your whole bankroll, but just picking up a few here and there, adding it to the farm, to the crazy farm, and who knows where the NFT market will be in the next 6 to 12 months. But it's like the DeFi market. The DeFi market, last time I checked, probably about 6 weeks ago, accounted for about 5% of the crypto market. I think that's heavily skewed. I think DeFi undervalued, yes. I think that's going to be 20-25% within a year or two. So yeah, I think the NFT market's exactly the same. It's kind of a market within a market, a sub-market.
I think the NFTs is going to be bigger than DeFi because it brings the novelty seekers to crypto, and it brings people together, like fans of comics, anime, art, music all come together, and that's probably going to be a big driver to it.
Yeah, I agree 100%, because for normies, DeFi is so hard to explain. Like, if you want a yield farm, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to stake, you got to get your LP token, and then impermanent loss. What is that? But with NFTs, it's like, hey, like I was showing a few of my friends. I was like, hey, look at this cat. It's the 49th rarest out of 9,000. It's like Pokemon cards. It's so easy to grasp,
Yeah. Also, being a niche market, finding these unique characters of crypto, I guess so at some point they're gonna be valuable. Some of them, not all of them, because many of them are exact copies of the original versions of them. Same as the tokens that were the precursors of the DeFi movement. Then everybody started copying them and improving them, and most of them are not gonna make it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, like any kind of exponential move in a market, there's going to be a lot of copycats. There's going to be a lot of fakes, but and you've got to kind of find
The first
really
movers.
the first movers, yeah, and there's got to be a good foundation, a good story behind the project. Like for example, with the Pixel Cats, I've no idea if they're going to be worth a lot of money or zero in a year's time. I've no idea, but I like the story behind them because someone created them and then just bailed. No one knows who created them. It wasn't a cash grab. It wasn't created for money. They just made them and then stepped back, and it was super organic. So yeah, that's why I've invested in the cats. But yeah, we'll see. Who knows, mate? That's why I'm just going to pick up a few NFTs as I go. If I see a project and it's cool, it's got a good story behind it, got a good foundation, I'll be like, yeah, I'll pick up a few of them and just hold them in the farm. Make sure they're fed well, they get enough sunlight. And who knows?
Like a Tamagotchi.
Exactly, and yeah, who knows? But yeah, how's about the AXS move? What the
Ugh.
oh mate,
I get like crypto ISO started chilling the fuck out of XS or X's since it was like 25 cents to 50 cents like incessantly, and I was like, I'm not sure yet about NFTs, gaming NFTs, and shit. Right now it's at $65. Last time I checked, 2 days ago. Let me see where they're at. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
breaks my
fucking done more than 100x,
breaks my
and
heart.
it got listed on Coinbase.
Yeah,
It's a top 40 coin. It's sitting at 70 cents. Wow. I basically missed a fucking almost 200x. No, 100 plus x.
yeah, I know. My friend Dan Crypto, shout out Dan. He was telling me about this way back, and I didn't know anything about NFTs, and I was like, didn't it's I mean it's so easy to beat yourself up, isn't it? And but at the end of the day,
But
in crypto, you can't buy them all, you know.
the good thing about crypto is that you get a lot of second chances. We've
Yeah,
seen it on masternodes. We've seen it on ICOs, IDOs, uh, DeFi projects. Now we're seeing it in NFTs. Like, I don't think this is gonna die anytime soon.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's yeah, you can't catch every move, and if you try to, you're going to get blown up. You know, if you try to catch every move, then I don't think that's good. But yeah, you got to get very lucky to catch a 100x in a couple of months. You know, obviously, I mean, I'm not saying that because people say, oh, you bought crypto, you were lucky. That's not the case. But in order to catch one of the biggest movers of the year, there is an element of luck to it. So I mean, we should. It's okay to laugh to ourselves and say, "Oh, why didn't we buy Sol? Why didn't we buy Axes?" But at the end of the day, there is an element of luck to catch the biggest mover, you know.
Yeah, sometimes the shotgun strategy doesn't really work, or the sniper strategy also doesn't really work sometimes because you can snipe a really fucking bad project, or out of this shotgun strategy you pick the wrong ones. And I guess part of luck is a big pillar of crypto, but sometimes there's a big edge on doing proper fundamental analysis and digging deeper than anybody else can only give you that edge.
Absolutely, and there's the emotional element of it as well. If you or I bought Axes really low, would we have held it for 100x? You don't know, because like if you buy a coin that goes 10x, then the risk to reward is different. Now it's kind of, there's a 10x left in it, but if it goes down, you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to throw away this profit. I'll take profit. And then, I don't know, I mean, trading in itself is just mental gymnastics, you know? So it's never as easy as buy a project and then sell it at 100x. You know, you've got the opportunity cost. I mean, what if you hold a project for a year before it pumps and then it does 100x? There's just so many different mental elements to take into account, all the emotion. Like say, if you put $1 million into Axes and you make 10 mil, and then you take it out and then you miss the extra 10x and it could have been 100 million. It's just one of them. You know, I mean, going balls deep into a coin and holding it for 100x. I did that with Neo, to be fair, in 2017. But I don't think I've ever done it since. Well, no, not for 100x anyway. But yeah, it's just, everyone thinks trading's easy in crypto. Oh, buy low and then sell high. But there's so many different elements to take into account, you know.
Yeah, it's way better also to take profits along the way up than taking profits along the way down.
Yeah.
Because you're securing profits, you're capitalizing gains. That is if you take out of the system, meaning taking out of crypto and putting in something on house down payment, car down payment, car, property, gold, silver, an NFT. I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, I do know people that prefer to sell kind of on the way down, or at least when it's starting on the way down. But again, that's hard to time. At the end of the day, if you're in a bull market and you're just periodically taking money out, number one, you're going to have a cash pile for when there is a dump. And number two, you're going to live comfortably, because what's the point of being successful in a vocational endeavor in the markets? What's the point of being successful when you don't live well, you know? So I've started to kind of, well, Macro Unpuzzled is doing very well, so I've started to live better, you know. But at the end of the day, what's the point of not enjoying your gains, not enjoying your profits? So I think if you sell on the way up, then on the way down, you can dollar cost average back in. And I mean, at the end of the day, just a stress-free life is all I want, Panama, you know. And if you're kind of holding on to the biggest position ever and it's going up, it's stressful. You wake up and it's down. And that's why I don't touch leverage so much anymore, because I don't need the stress in my life, you know.
I don't lose sleep over crypto anymore compared to 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah.
Like, I rarely touch leverage. I only buy projects that I have high confidence on, and sometimes ape into projects that I don't know shit about, or NFTs and stuff like that, unless I do proper due diligence and do some research. But yeah, if you're overexposed, the likeliness that you're not gonna sleep at night are very high.
It's not nice, is it? And it's just something that you can do without.
Yep. Yo, Cal. So off to our last question. What are else are a must-have at this point? Specifically, what altcoins, what shitcoins?
What should the listener buy?
Yeah. What is in Cal's portfolio?
What is in my portfolio? Well, Ethereum, Cope, I think Xcademy is pumping massively this week. I think it must be up about 70% this week. I'd need to check that figure. I don't know, but it's currently sitting about $1.40. I think Xcad it's going to double digits. I mean, it's about a 15 mil market cap, and it's about tokenizing YouTubers and really being a social kind of bringing together the content creator and the kind of monetizing content viewing. So it's all about people consuming content and being rewarded for it. So what their plan is, they're going to have, or I think they already have, YouTube plugins, whereby if you watch a content creator's content, you can get rewarded in their own native token. It's got loads of things lined up. It's a project on Zilliqa. The founder, Ollie, the CEO, good friend of mine. I trust him massively. So yeah, I think XCAD is going to go crazy. What other ones? CryptoCart, Eco. I think NReach is a sleeping giant. The NReach yield aggregation platform is already built. It's not being released yet because they need to get the cross-chain bridge. That was complete, but there was a bug, so they're just debugging it. And I think NReach is going to have total value locked, TVL in the hundreds of millions and eventually in the billions. It's currently a 2 mil market cap. So I am literally balls deep in NReach. I've never owned more NReach than this day. So I think that's a 50 or 100x, 100% when the time is right. I think generally just DeFi. I think sushi. I own a fair bit of sushi. I think sushi's going to overtake the Uniswap market cap. I'm to be fair, I don't even know what either market caps are, but I think sushi is going to explode. Yeah, I think Cope is the number one project for me that I think is undervalued. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really Crowny as well is going to do well. I don't hold as many altcoins as I used to. It's more concentrated nowadays. But yeah, Utrust. Oh my God, how is Utrust not a multi-billion-dollar project? Yeah, I have no idea. Utrust have probably done more for mass adoption than 99% of all other projects out there. I think UTK must be, I don't know, 200 mil market cap, something like that. Maybe 150. I haven't looked at the market cap in a while, but yeah, I think UTK could easily go to
206 right now.
206. Nice. But yeah, I think UTK is going to a multi-billion-dollar market cap without a shadow of a doubt. What other projects? Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, they're the projects I think will do very well.
Sweet. And with that, we end our episode. I'm extremely happy to have hosted Macro or my friend Cal on Point Blank. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you very much. Well, a pleasure as always.
Can you tell us where we can find you?
You certainly can. You can find me on Twitter, MacroCRG. You can come into the Macro Unpuzzled Discord. It's free, as it always will be. Just Macro Unpuzzled. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
You sure the Discord is not gonna go to paid group in a bear market?
Never. Never.
Good to hear.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace. This episode was brought to you by Bing Bong. No matter what the market is doing, Bing Bong has something for all traders. You can trade crypto, forex, commodities, global indexes, and copy trading. Join now at partner.bingbong.com/Panama.